pet. Today is the day, the last day of September and the last day of Sabbathing. So let's have a good day together and go out strong. Okay. Let's see. Where's my music? Hello. Happy Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. We love a good Tuesday, you know? Hi. How's your day? I'm gonna save this for later. Music, you're too loud. Thank you. You're too loud. Send this to myself. Wrong self. Oh, yes, it's fine. How you doing? Welcome in. Today is the last day of September. How was your September? Tell me about it. Resume. Yeah, resume. It's been alright, Sally. I came across a soft locking bug. Oh no, what is it? Is there any way to fix it? Or would you have to restart? Hi, Lovey. September is pretty pog. We love that. Hi, Senior Cinnamon. Hi, Misa. Hi, Safe. How goes? Oh, man. My September was pretty okay. It was great because I got to hang out with you guys almost every single day. But it was also kind of hard because I got a little sick. Let me see. Sent in a ticket, so hoping it gets resolved. Oh, what? Really? Wait, what exactly is it? Huh. Crazy. Sorry, I saw some interesting comments on Twitter that were talking about there are some non-VTuber streamers that are upset that people even follow VTubers, which I think is funny. It's as if we're not real people. Character gives you a blueprint to make an item to progress, and they just never give it to me. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Is there something you have to do? Is it supposed to be they just hand it to you? Like, hand it over? They're just like, here's this thing for you, and they just don't give it to you. No. Too bad. I have so much work to do. I have not made clips all month because I was a little busy with other stuff, and but when you don't make clips, people don't know where you are. So that's my bad. Also, it always sucks when my VODs expire because I put markers in my VODs so I know when stuff happened that I wanted to clip. And when it expires, I lose all of the markers. And I just haven't had time through all of August to go through and go back to the things that were marked to clip. So there's just a bunch of things I want to clip that will not be clipped. I'll have to go back, and I don't know how to. Well, the thing is, it's not like I always know exactly where the marker is. And also sometimes it's like, I find this interesting, but I don't know if other people would find this interesting. So it's hard to know. Also, I don't know, what's it called? I didn't know if we were still working on that. So I stopped putting them in there because I was like, I don't have time for this. So, plus I don't want to give you guys more work. I've only seen one other person talk about this glitch. Okay, so yeah, maybe it is a problem. You don't get paid at all. Okay. I can do that. Though okay, so there is a problem though, is that some of the markers are not explained well. They're not explained well. So I'm like, well, I'd have to go back and get them, and I just didn't have time this month. Normally I try and download the highlighted the markers. Okay, put a note in the mod chat, and I'll do it after stream. Luckily all my VODs get saved. They all go to my VOD YouTube. Some of them are privatized, but almost all my streams go to my VOD YouTube. And now that I, duple stream on YouTube, a lot of my VODs are already there. So there's like two parts of VODs, I guess. But all right, today we are going to try and play more Deponia. They did just fix a different soft locking glitch. Hopefully this one gets addressed. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get the game yet. Maybe I'll wait until a lot of the soft locking glitches are fixed, and then we'll play it, because I went hardcore on Slime Rancher 1. I think that's the only game I played for like a week and a half. Like I played it let me see, was I out of school? I don't know. Whenever I was playing it, that's all I did. I didn't do anything else. No one had use of the TV. It was me. I had use of the TV. Because I'm pretty sure it was on Xbox? Or maybe it was on the PC. I was just using an Xbox controller. Wait, it's at the beginning? That's awful. That's going to stop so many people from playing. It's going to give people a bad idea of the game. I know that glitches aren't always, or bugs aren't always something you can find, especially if they're not things that happen to every single person. Like it's a when the bug is every single time, it's hard to know. But I would feel bad if it started getting like negative reviews because of that one thing, even if there are only a couple. Thank you. Reproducible. Yeah, 15 hours. I'm not doing 15 hours worth. If it's like an hour, I'd be like, okay, I can do an hour, but 15, Hey, Nimby, welcome. All right, it's Deponia time. Every time I say horse now, because Sean decided that he wanted to watch, like fantasy stuff, so he watched Lord of the Rings. And now he's rewatching Game of Thrones. Okay. And I'd be like, oh, hey, the horse, right? The horse. And he'd go, what? I don't understand you. And I go, oh, sorry, the Uma. And he goes, ah, yes, now I get it. No. We know how it ends. We aren't watching the ending. But the first, like, 1 through 6 seasons are good. I love The Last Unicorn. It's a good movie. Like, I was one of those people that I watched Game of Thrones as it came out, okay? I still think that, like, watching Game of Thrones as it originally was coming out when it was good is one of the most, like, one of the coolest, like, group activities that, I don't know, people who enjoy that type of stuff got to experience together, right? Like, every single week, like, you'd wait, yeah, until they ruined it. Again, I've already seen it, guys. I know how it ends. You don't gotta say, oh, poor you. Like, oh, no. It's like, I get it. I know. The last 2 seasons we're just not watching. Like, don't you worry. Hi, Lusco. But yeah, no, it was like, I was saying this to Sean. I was like, it's it sucks that like they had one of the probably like okay example or one of the perfect shows ever. It was so highly everyone agreed that it was good. And then they fumbled the fucking bag. They fumbled the whole thing. And it's like, you just had to not, if you could have just done anything except what you did, it might have been pretty okay. But how do you fumble that? How does that happen? How do you fumble the bag so bad? Because the directors didn't want to keep doing it. The author wanted 5 more seasons. They even did a good job consolidating minor characters to the important stories. Yeah, I liked that. Okay, I don't understand, like, why, though? Why they wouldn't want to keep doing it? Because it was making them money. Like, it was making them so much fucking money. I mean, unless I'm wrong about that. As far as I know, I saw people get tattoos. I saw people buy every piece of merchandise. I saw people, like, it was as popular as Harry Potter was when Harry Potter was in its prime, you know? When everyone was buying shit, like, they wanted to work on easier stuff. Well, that seems like get rid of the current director and get a new one who's gonna do the work, who can, like, do a similar style. Because if you want to do something easier, that's totally fine. Leave the project. Okay, but no one likes the Star Wars trilogy that much. Like it's canonically known as like one of the worst Star Wars things. So it seems like they left something that could have been their golden fucking a new trilogy? But the trilogy that came out after that was what's GRRM? Thank you, Cole. The fact that they tanked it on the way out. Yeah, like author of Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to finish the books. I don't think he ever plans to finish them after this because I think it is such a bad taste in people's mouth to take one of like the greatest things and ruin it, you know? Like, I mean, I remember early on they were like, oh, he's probably not even going to live long enough to see the end of the show. And he's still alive. Yeah, let's see. I'm looking up. He helped create wild cards, world bidding for the video game of Elden Ring. Yeah, but like I thought he had cancer. I would be surprised if he even finishes the current book. Nah, he'll die before the next book. He's living an incredibly unhealthy lifestyle and writing so slow. How do you know his lifestyle? Because like I remember back in the day, people who had read the books like would be so snobby. Like people who watch the show commonly did not like people who watched like who read the books because they'd be like, "Well, I know what happens, and I don't know if you like that character. I don't know. I know the future. I've seen it with my eyes," and I'm like, no one cares. No one cares, dude. Let us enjoy the show. It's fine. Like, it was bad. It's like, I don't mind if you're reading the book, but like, don't be rude to me who just wants to watch the show. Hi, Volshock. Thank you. Before another Game of Thrones book comes out. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it was rude. Let's see. On April 25th, he announced the new date of his book, Fire and Blood, dealing with the history of the Targaryen, which released on November 20th, 2018. Should Martin die before finishing a Song of Ice and Fire series, former collaborators have said they will not conclude the series for him. Damn. So they're basically like, yeah, no, it got ruined. We're just going to let it go. Give me a summary of what's supposed to happen. Like, give me a summary of the true ending, you know? Because I personally, because it was called a Song of Ice and Fire, spoilers if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, leave. Leave now or mute for like 5 minutes. Okay? Because I'm gonna talk about the end of Game of Thrones. It made me so upset that like I understand that it very much revolves around Jon Snow and his like lineage, but I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if just like um oh, I just learned he has apparently improved his lifestyle health wise, including losing a lot of weight. Yay! Well, that's cool. Um, he I was just like, why? Everyone really loved Daenerys, and they were just like, nah, Daenerys, just like her grandpapa, goes crazy and needs to die too. And it's like, I feel like there's so much you could have done that was just not that. I mean, he is. He is the Song of Ice and Fire. That's what he is. But the way that they had, like, how the way that they ended it, I'm like, what? At first, before I knew his leader, I was like, ah, well, what if it's like Jon Snow and Daenerys get together and run amicably? That would be cool, maybe. I don't know. This was before she goes fucking insane and nobody likes her anymore. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, it was like, it wasn't even legitimately cool. It was just, oh, no, now all of a sudden, even though she was very much not like this all of the seasons, she now is crazy. Yep. It makes no sense. It makes no freaking sense. Oh no. Uh, let's see. See, Game of Thrones rapidly became a critical and commercial success. Like, I would have just been like, listen, if you as the directors don't want to keep working on this project, that's totally fine. You can leave and we will find someone else. Yo, Nuggets, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, for the Prime sub. Enjoy your Prime sub, enjoy your 69 emotes and ad-free viewing. Thank you. It basically makes sense that they did not do a good job foreshadowing. I'm not gonna retreat my yeah, I just feel like there is a way they could have ended this show where it didn't bomb that bad. Yeah, I don't mind if it doesn't match with the books because that's one thing that I don't personally mind. If the books and the show are slightly different or are different by quite a bit, I don't mind. That's why I really love Full Metal Alchemist. The original Full Metal Alchemist show is different from the manga by a lot. And there were lots of people who were like, it's not that good because it doesn't follow the manga. I'm like, it's its own story and it has its own good things about it. I don't dislike the manga. I like the story of the manga. I also like the story of the original Full Metal Alchemist. I think they're different and they're very good in their own ways. Exactly. And I mean, maybe that's also because I come from a background in like comics where like, do you know how many stories of Superman there are? Like Smallville is one of them. My normal Smallville mention, but there are so many different, like, I guess, quote unquote universes or timelines of Superman and Batman and whatever, right? It's like, I don't really care. I could have a favorite story. I can have a different story, but I feel like they're similar for like, if the books and the show are different, I don't have a problem. But I have seen people be like, no, there is one way that things can be written. It has to be that way. It has to be that one way. And I just don't think that's fair. Which books are we talking about? We are talking about Game of Thrones, actually. I'm a proud watcher of both. Oof, I hate that people shit on the original FMA. When it came out, people loved it. Was really good. And like, I thought it was really interesting. I felt that the homunculi had a lot of a much better they had a lot more time, and I thought the homunculi were like some of the coolest characters in Fullmetal Alchemist. So the fact that in the FMA Brotherhood, they kind of, other than Envy, they kind of get like swept under the rug. I was like, I love FMA for that. I don't think any of the best adaptations. I feel like, let me see. Hi, welcome in. Hello, hello. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it was really good. I'm trying to think. I know that there was something that was like pretty one to one. You know what's good? What's one to one and is great is Beastars. Beastars animation is one to one with the manga. And it's incredible. Thank you so much for the follow, Porchi. The manga for that. Hey, don't you dare call that furry shit. But yes, they're they're furries. Well, they're animals. But no, that it's good because I had started watching it and I loved season 1 so much that I wanted more. And so I went through the manga thinking, "Oh, it's probably going to be a little different." No, it was like 1 to 1. It was 1 to 1 and it was good that it was because the story itself was awesome. Demon Slayer is pretty 1 to 1. The entirety of Dragon Ball was 1 to 1 with the manga. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it being 1 to 1. I just also don't think it's wrong if the show is slightly different than the book. Especially because George R.R. Martin for Game of Thrones was like heavily involved, I'm pretty sure, in the entire show. They just fucked up the ending. I don't know how George R.R. Martin wrote off on that, but Ready Player One. I don't think I've seen that movie. There aren't actually a lot of mangas or anime where I know both the manga and anime. I was more live action. The only okay, this is not at all like cartoons or anything. The only movies I can think of that were like 1 to 1 with their book is like To Kill a Mockingbird was pretty 1 to 1. And also One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was also pretty 1 for 1. In terms of live action stuff, I don't know about any shows. I don't often watch like books that turned into shows. He was super involved. He gave them a lot of plot points and them to get their own way. Tequila Mockingbird. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Armada. Up until the 4th season, Martin wrote episodes for each season. Martin said that he had been estranged from the show during the production process for the last 4 seasons. Starting with season 5. Wow. In earlier seasons, he he like took a long delay on the show, which was season 5, to work on his book. Did this come out? The Goat Lord of the Rings. Oh, hold on. The Goat Lord of the Rings isn't 1 to 1 at all, but the books and films are both good. Yeah. Like the fucking Hobbit is really short, but I'm not a big fan of the Hobbit. I thought Smaug was like the best part of the Hobbit. And Martin Freeman, but that's cuz I like Martin Freeman. Armada is another book written by an author. Oh, I've never read those books, so I don't know. The first Sin City film, you could pretty much watch the arcs while yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a good example. Hi, Sathy, welcome in. The Sin City film. My husband loves that movie. Well, like he loves the book and the comic, the graphic novel, and he was like, that movie's really good. I don't know if you're a fan of his Dark Materials, but the Showtime miniseries is wait, of whose? American Gods is a great adaptation. American Gods. So I don't think they're bad. I don't think The Hobbit is bad. I just think it's not as good as Lord of the Rings. And I feel like it was just more long and kind of boring. As somebody who watched them, it just felt like they could have done that movie in maybe 1 or 2 films instead of 3 films. I don't feel like it needed 3 films. So yeah, I just don't think it needed to be that big. Oh, Alita Battle Angel. I did hear that was actually pretty close to its comic. The season. Okay, let me see. Following the gargantuan success of the fourth season, HBO ordered a fifth season. Sorry, I'm still looking at stuff about Game of Thrones. Together with the sixth season, which began filming in 2024. The season primarily adapts the storyline of the Feast of Crows and A Dance of Dragons, also with original content not found in his books. Okay. And A Dance with Feast for Crows, and then A Dance with Dragons. Okay. On a movie screen. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. This season set a Guinness World Record. Holy shit! Season 4 of Game of Thrones set a Guinness World Record for the winning the highest number of any Emmys for a series in a single season and year, winning 12 out of 24 nominations, including Outstanding Drama. Again, they had the best fucking show, and they went, nah. We're done with that. I think we're good. I think we're done. Let's just tank it and leave. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I think if it had only been 2, would have been fine. I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind putting stuff into The Hobbit to flesh out the book, but they added so much that it felt like not much interest happened. See, again, I don't mind if additional stuff is added. That's not a problem. I don't mind if additional things get added, but I just don't think that you need to make it a big, as big. Also, one thing I love about Lord of the Rings is how much practical effects they had. And they really only did like CGI for stuff that was not possible for them to do. And I just miss practical effects I really miss practical effects in movies and shows. I wish it were still a thing. Making practical effects, I feel like, is slowly becoming a lost art. Because the farther we go on, the less it's used. We just use more CGI and stuff. And it's like, man, I really wish there was more practical stuff. Yeah, I think one of those people is actually Pan's Labyrinth Man. Oh, I like him. Del Toro, I believe. Was one chapter in the books and they dragged on. Yeah, it's just too long. Budget over 100 million. Holy shit, $100 million? I love Del Toro. Man. With a budget of over 100 million for the whole season, filming for the sixth season began in July 2015 and ended in December. The season filmed in 5 different countries: Northern Ireland, Spain, Croatia, Iceland, and Canada. This season saw the overall plot of the show diverging from source material. Some of the season storylines, it diverged from content not yet published in his Song of Ice and Fire series, although a significant amount of material was from A Feast of Crows and A Dance of Dragons, an upcoming 6th novel, Oh, the Winds of Winter, which Martin previously outlined to showrunners B.D. Wise. The season was largely met with positive reviews. The Battle of the Bastard episode has received immense critical acclaim, and with many calling it one of the television's best episodes of all time. U.S. viewership rose compared to the previous season, and by approximately 13% its overall, from 7.9 million to 8.9 million by the finale. The season won 12 out of 23 Emmys. Again, that's a lot of Emmys. 3 days before the premiere of the episode The Red Woman, HBO ordered a 7th season due to necessarily weather conditions required for filming. The production of the penultimate season of the show was delayed until that year. Filming began only on August 26 at Titanic Studios in Belfast. The ended in 2017. Unlike previous seasons, 7th and 8th seasons are largely consisted of original content not found in the source material. The seasons comprise only 7 episodes. The showrunner stated they were unable to produce 10 episodes at the show's usual 12 to 24 month time frame, and Wise said it's crossing out of television schedule. It's crossing out of a television schedule into a more mid-range movie schedule. The average runtime of an episode in this season was approximately 63 minutes. The series received 22 nominations. Wait, was this the 6th season or the 7th season? I'm good. How are you? I really hope that in-camera filmmaking becomes an art of in itself and is studied. Post-processing editing has its place, but practical effects and in-camera effects are a valuable art form. I feel the same way. Eternals in the MCU apparently cost 263 million. It was DOA and forgotten like a week. See, some of the best movies ever. Hi, loved her. Some of the best movies ever, best shows ever, had a smaller budget because it required people to get creative with what they could do. You know, like get really, really creative about it. So I don't think it's necessarily about how much money you throw at something. It's about what you do with the money you have. It's what you do with the connections you have. It's what you do with all of the stuff that you have access to, not necessarily just, man, do I have the biggest stuff? Thank you, Roxy. It is before, let's see. Unlike its prior sessions, the final one took a year gap for its production and filming. The 8th season consisted of only 6 episodes. So the average runtime of an episode was 68 minutes, the longest of all seasons, with the long night consisting of 81 minutes. The season was met with mixed reviews from critics. While performances, producing values, and music scores were praised, criticism was mainly directed at the shorter runtime of the season, as well as numerous creative decisions made by the showrunners. Many commenters deemed it a disappointing conclusion to the series. Despite this, the season received 32 nominations. See, but they only got nominations. Oh, wait, they won 12. At the 71st Primetime Emmy Awards, the most for a single season of a show in history, and won 12. Including Outstanding Drama Series and Outstanding Supporting Actor. Okay, because Peter Dinklage is fucking awesome. Okay? One of my favorite characters in the entire show was Tyrion. Tyrion was so good! So good. So good. Midwest. Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so good. So I have heard that House of the Dragon is actually pretty good. 3 years after the show ended, a prequel series, House of the Dragon, premiered on HBO. Based on parts of the novel Fire and Blood, the series is set about 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. They served as showrunners for the first season. 5 days after its premiere, the series was renewed for a second season on September 1st. He departed as showrunner, and another veteran Game of Thrones director, Alan Taylor, replaced him. In June 2022, it was reported that Jon Snow's sequel series with Kit Harington to reprise his role was in early development, and its working title is Snow. Oh, it's just called Snow. Wait, why? 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 No. Damn. Damn. Hi, Shiny. Hello. Huh? But that's fair. Yeah, I'm happy you're here. Skip. Yeah. Because he made comments about Snow White that there shouldn't be rules. Huh? I saw something else which was different. I don't know what is true. I will need to look into it, but I thought I saw him saying, I don't know why you wouldn't use actual little actors, you know? That's like what in Snow White, not Snow White. What is that movie? Wicked, but after Wicked. Are you serious? That sucks. Yeah, Wizard of Oz. Thank you. Thank you. Wicked after Wicked. That really sucks. I feel like that. I mean, I can't say anything as someone who is not a little person. I'm not. So I can't really say. I think that like it would be nice for there to be opportunities for them, you know. The performer Hornwoggle, I don't know who that is. Ex-performer Hornwoggle. Looking him up. Yeah, I feel like you should use actual actors. Hornswoggle. I see. Oh, he's a wrestler. Cool. Man, that sucks. That's one thing you have to realize when you are when you are a popular person, when you have sorry, I'm looking stuff up. When you are in a position of power where your words matter, especially to big companies who want to be seen as like doing the right thing, you know, quote unquote, being in the right forever, everything. Yeah, like merit. You need to be very careful about what you say because you can change an entire company's feelings about shit. And I think that's fucked. It's kind of strange though that he said that when his entire role in Game of Thrones was because they needed a little person because the person who was, you know, Tyrion in the books is a little person. So he, you know, had a chance to do that role because they needed someone who was a little person. So to say like, oh, no, roles should not be specific to that, you know? That seems weird. Seems odd. That's like, okay, this is another thing. I don't care how you feel about ProZD, but I do want to talk about this. So ProZD at one point made a point about how he felt bad that he was never allowed to, because he's a voice actor, just some background. ProZD is a voice actor. He was often not allowed to read for non-Asian characters. Okay. So if there was a Asian character, the type of Asian did not matter because that he said he was given literally so many races that he was not, but Asian only, right? The broad spectrum or term of people who come from Asian countries. He was told by a company, not his manager, but by a company that they did not want anyone who was not like he couldn't read for the non-Asian characters. They weren't even going to use him as an example, right? Like even if he did read, they were not going to use him at all. Okay. And so he posted about how he felt that was unfair, right? He felt that it was unfair that he can't at least read for these other characters. Okay, that's fine. But then people got mad at him saying that he said that people can only ever like read for their race, which is the exact opposite of what he was saying. He was saying it shouldn't matter in terms of voice acting, but that it does matter in terms of actual acting, like live acting. Like if you want someone who is, yeah, like if you have a character who is Chinese, it would probably be nice to have a Chinese person or someone of Chinese descent to be in that role as a live action person, right? You wouldn't want to put somebody who is maybe white in that spot, right? Or vice versa. You know, if you have a character that is supposed to be white, why would you put a different, like somebody who is a different race in their role? That probably wouldn't make sense in live action. But voice acting is different. Anyone can have any voice. You know? And I feel the same way. I was like, okay, I don't think anyone should be stopped because who knows? Who cares what your race is behind the I don't know. I'm actually not sure. I don't watch a lot of his movies. Hi Astral, welcome in. I'm happy you like them. You like my model. Thank you. Yeah, so like again, if the company wants to do that, that's fine. There's nothing against it, I guess. But people got super mad at ProZD talking about how he said, "Oh, well, you can only play the role of like your race." And he was just saying in live action, it would be nice if everyone had an opportunity to play their characters that are their race, because it gives more opportunities to everyone else, which I agree with. And in terms of voice acting, who cares? Like, there are some people that are like, "Oh, if you are a certain race, you should only be allowed to voice those characters." And I'm like, a good example is actually in what is that show? My Life as a Teenage Robot. There are two girls in that show. They're the fashionistas. And one of them she looks black. Let me see. But her voice actress is a white person. And then there's a little white girl whose voice actress is a black woman. I personally don't see that as a problem, because if that's the role that they wanted to do, like they were like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that role. That sounds awesome." Who cares? But some people have no, they're cartoons. Hold on. He played an actor that played an actor. Oh, you're talking about in Tropic Thunder. I haven't seen that movie. Let me see. My Life as a Teenage Robot Fashionistas. These two. Actually, look, she looks Indian to me. These two. So in voice acting, these two characters, her voice actress is a white woman. Her voice actress is a black woman. It's the girl, the woman who plays number 5. And so he was arguing that this type of thing doesn't matter, but that live action does matter. And like that every single person, no matter their race, should be allowed to read for them and have a chance at voicing them. And I think that's fair. But he got a lot of hate for shit he didn't even say, or by people misinterpreting what he said. Tell me some of the Simpsons. Oh, speaking of the Simpsons, did you know a new movie is coming out in 2 years? I'm really excited about it. I liked the first Simpsons movie. Oh, they're so cute. I like this character design too. I think My Life as a Teenage Robot had really good stylistic style. So cute. Anyway. Okay, what was I doing? Ethical stylistic style, like painting a song. Mm-hmm. I've been watching Smallville. My husband has been watching Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Oh, it's over already? It feels like it just came out. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it's good. I think I'm about halfway through season 3. So bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Trigun Stampede. Is that the newer one? With the, like, is it 3D? I think it's 3D. Yeah, it looks good. Let me see. I said there were 3. I'm sorry, I'm still reading. Even in live action, it should only be a matter if there's an actual reason why the character needs to be a certain race. In The Great, a lot of the characters are played by black actors, even though... See, so this is what I mean by... Again, I don't mind if they change it. But if you write a character and you say they are whatever race, and then you put someone in there who's not... I'm not talking about like versus like the story versus the show. I'm talking if you say this character is supposed to be this race and then you have someone in like that is not that race in live action, that feels weird. Like that feels weird, you know? If it doesn't matter, then cool. Bye. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for stopping by and I hope that you will stop by again sometime. See you later. Thank you. Thank you. What is the great? See, to be a hero? No, I don't watch a lot of anime anymore. Not because I like it. I don't like it or anything. But all of these pictures are of white people. Again, if their race does not come up, then it's fine. But if you say, hey, this person is a white person and they're being played by a black person, or you say this person is is a Japanese person, they're being played by I think it depends. But the issue is I think the issue that people have is that opportunities for certain races, if they're being played by people who are not that race, are taking away possible opportunities for people of that race. That's also why, with the Peter Dinklage thing, that seems weird that he'd say, I don't think there should be things specifically written for little people. Because that now, that lost, how many dwarfs are there in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarves? 8. That could have been 8 actors. 8 little people, actors who really wanted an opportunity or whatever. I think it does depend on the situation. But, oh, wait, there's 7? Did I just say that? Did I just say? So anyway, there's 7 dwarves. So anyway, there are 7 dwarves and Snow White and the 7 dwarves. So anyway, that's an example though of imagine if you had a character and they were supposed the imp in the Game of Thrones. Imagine if they had the imp in Game of Thrones be played by a not little person, right? Like a standard person. And throughout the entire show, that wouldn't work though, because in the entire show, they're commenting about the fact that he is an imp, that's what they consider him in this world. And so that wouldn't work. But if in The Grey, they never talk about their race, then I guess it doesn't matter. But I don't think there's many shows where that's the case. Race is often mentioned in a lot of things at some point, It's more than just the 7 actors that may have been cast. You then have doubles that may need to act, that also don't have a job. Right. Also, you'd have hi Aki, hi Elroy. You'd also have what's it called? Like stunt doubles, you know, that you might need. There might be I want a Game of Thrones parody where Peter Dinklage plays the mountain and the mountain actor plays Tyrion. That would be hilarious. No. Because I'm going to be honest, I've never read Harry Potter. That was not part of my childhood like it was for many people. Wait. Why should that matter? Also, in musicals, like people of different races play things all the time. So I don't think that should be a problem. But again, only if it matters. Like, that's like super common in musicals. Hi, Mickey. It's kind of whoever fits the role, you know, like whoever can act as the character usually gets that role, regardless of their race. That's one thing that I thought was kind of weird. So, okay. I went to the Moulin Rouge in France. Okay. I went to the Moulin Rouge in France 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And I know I'm not flexing for any reason. I'm explaining. So I was with a group of people that were mostly American. Okay. I was with mostly American people. Okay. America is very different than other countries. Okay. I have no idea. Crazy thing is that her race is never specifically stated in the books. See, then it's fine. Who cares? You know? I saw one thing where somebody said that, but then they were like, here's a part where it says her snow white face poked from outside a bush. And I was like, I've never read the book, so. No. Who does he act as? Who is the character he plays? But anyways, so I went to the Moulin Rouge. We saw a show, and most of the people in the Moulin Rouge, who were, you know, dancing and whatever, showing off their assets, they were mostly light-skinned, okay? They were mostly light-skinned. They were like, there was one woman who had a darker skin tone. I could not tell her exact race, but she had darker skin, right? Well, as we were leaving the Moulin Rouge, there were some people that were like really angry about what we had seen. And I was confused. I was like, I thought it was really cool. There was like acrobatic stuff, like, you know, it's like a historic thing, you know, going to the Moulin Rouge. And they were like, well, I didn't like that they were all white. And I was like, huh? I mean, what? And they were like, well, it doesn't seem very fair that they were all white. They probably only chose light-skinned white people.
Baby. Illism Rainy.
Thank you for 17 months of support. Well, it says 17 for me. I don't know why, but hi, thank you. Thank you for being here for so long, Easy or Prime Gaming. And I was just like, not like, while there are many different races in France, I think that, like, unless I'm wrong, I think the common race in France is white. So there may not have been a lot of other races applying for the Moulin Rouge. Like, why are you upset that there's not? Yeah, it said they've been subscribed for 17 months. Hi, Flayman. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hi, Chief. Yeah, like, I'm not saying there's not. But in terms of people who would be able to apply for the Moulin Rouge and might be interested in that, I don't know. They were upset that it wasn't a more broad spectrum of race. But it's like they don't know how many people apply to be in the Moulin Rouge. They don't know. It's I don't think they were keeping people from it, but I don't know. But they were like upset. I was like, I just thought it was cool that we got to see this, you know, historic thing. Yeah, like you have to show off your body too. Like it's not just acting. It just felt weird. And I was like, I thought it was really awesome. Also, you can't, I just straight up was like, America, because of where we come from, you are going to have a vast amount of people of different races. You just are, because that's America. America is literally like built upon, there could be, I don't know, but there was a woman on there who was darker skinned. So I'm like, if they really were that racist, I don't think she would have been there, you know? Like, I don't know. You have to remember there are not a huge amount of people who are willing to actually do that in the first place. I don't think it makes sense for them to be upset about it, but they may have just been performally vocalizing. I could totally get a job there. I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could, Lobster. The sexiest. What? I didn't say skinned. Skinned. Light skin. Dark skin. But yeah, it may just be that they got a majority of white auditions, though, to be fair. So I don't know. I can't say. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Skinned. 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 There. You happy? Wait, what? Are you okay? I didn't know how that. Why are you? Whatever. 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 Skinned. Light skinned. That's like people who say what is it? Debuted? I'm debuted. I'm going to debut. When it's debut. I'm going to debuted. Yo, hype train! Incoming hype train. Wow, maybe the last hype train of Sub thing. Boots removed, debuted. But I don't know. It felt weird because, like, as somebody who is American, our country is literally filled with people of different race, of different culture, of different ethnicity, of everything. Like, it is a melting pot of the world, right? But to go to a different country that is probably nowhere near as cool as, like, you know, I don't know. Yo, Volshock, thank you for the 4 gifted subs. Man, one more gifted sub and Valor would have gifted. But thank you for the 4. Hell yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're gifted a sub, please be sure to say thank you. It was incredibly kind. Yeah, like culturally diverse and even racially, you know, as diverse. Like America is so diverse that like to go to a different country and kind of get upset at the fact that it's not as diverse feels really weird. Like that'd be like going to Japan and being like, why are all the actors in this show Japanese? And it's like, because they're in Japan. Like there are non-Japanese people that live in Japan, but to go to Japan and like be upset going to like maybe a musical or whatever and being like, why is it they must be racist? That's why they only have Japanese people. It's like, I literally went to an area of Japan where it was most Japanese people that I met were like, I've never seen an actual foreigner in real life. I've seen them on TV, I've seen them on the internet, but I've never seen a foreigner in real life. I was one of the first foreigners people had met, which feels very crazy to me. I did my best to be to be a good foreigner, you know. It just seems weird. I don't know. Feels weird, man. Feels weird. It's like if you go to an Italian place and got angry because they didn't have burgers and fries. I think that Americans live in a place that is nice and diverse, and that's very cool. But I just don't think that we should go to other countries and basically be like, why aren't you like us? Like, that seems really fucked up. I don't know. I think every place is their own place, you know? Sure, you're one of the best ambassadors America could ask for. I tried to be my best. There was a time, me and my friend, we went, we wanted to go to this thrift store and we had to cross the street. And I saw these Japanese girls just straight up like jaywalk. And I was like, I don't want to jaywalk. I'm sure that I could. So I walked all the way to the end and like crossed the street properly. Cause I'm like, I don't want them to think that as a non-Japanese person that I'm coming into their country, not following the rules, you know? Thank you. Please go get good luck with your homework. I hope that you get good grades. Thank you for being here for so many days out of sub a thing. I appreciate it. I just don't want to break any rules, like at all. I'm not a rule breaker. I will jaywalk in my own like city, like in my own town, but that's it. I don't think I jaywalk anywhere else. Jaywalking wasn't even a thing before the car industry stole the streets from pedestrians. Car industry. I'm so busy with work and I know it's warranted to apologize and it's not warranted. Well, thank you for being here at all. I appreciate it, VLC. All the damn time around me. I will jaywalk if there's no other place to go. Like if there's really no way to get across the street, I'll just wait until there's no cars. Oh my god, Lovey, do you remember that lady that we saw in LA? Hashtag LA. That like she was on her bike just going across the street and like getting mad at cars because she was going across even though the light was green. Sorry, Rainy, you are a rule breaker. After all, it should be illegal. Thanks, Strider. Hi, Baked Turkey. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, hashtag LA. Yeah, I have to. Actually, after stream today, I have to make a video for that Kohai thing. I will jaywalk. Wait, why kids? I understand no cops and if it's safe, but why no kids? Are you like trying to not get them to also think jaywalking is cool? Always confusing the thoughts in my head. Self anymore. I don't want to encourage kids to jaywalk. Oh, you know, that's fair. Before they got that good brain capacity to decide if they want to do it or not. Let's see. Oh, falling forever. Thank you for a level 2 I train at 50% with a total of 5 gifted subs. Thank you 4 from Volstock and 1 from Mickey. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Volstock, for the support. Whoever was gifted a sub is lucky. I won't be broken again. Let's see. So, funny enough, in here, going back to Game of Thrones, it says that, like, there was a show that was working. The working title is Snow. And Martin confirmed the involvement of Kit Harington. But, like, they also haven't talked about it since, and it's been 3 years. Like, I don't know if they're working on that. It's also not in Kit Harington's, like, information at all. What does this mean? Oh. They're in a show together. Yeah, they were gonna do a show about him after. I think they talked about one with Arya as well. That would be sick. I love Arya. I think that character was awesome. Oh, when I'm done. Let's see. Maisie Williams, that's it. Oh, she's so cute. Maisie Williams. Oh my God, she's 28. Wow. I know. Like watching Game of Thrones, I'm seeing her as like, a kid. And so to be like, oh my God, she's 20, it's like, whoa, what? Crazy. What has she done recently? Bum, 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 bum. I know. That's what I would have thought. She was born in 1997. Wait, how old was she then? Well, she was 14 when the show started. So that makes sense. That's crazy. The more you know. Game of Thrones, the new look. Yeah, that came out in 2019. Or sorry, how long was Game of Thrones? How long is Game of Thrones? Oh my God, yeah, 2019. Oh my God. Wait, Game of Thrones ended right before like the pandemic times. Honestly, I don't know if they had continued filming. I wonder what that would have been like. Cuz everything had to stop. Whoa. Oh gosh. Let me see. Also, the girl who plays Sansa, Sophie Turner, is literally only a year older than Maisie. So she was 15. Wow. That's crazy. And she has 2 kids. Wow. Wow. Power is power. My family fully has a cat named Sansa. Really? Hi, Cassie. Welcome. Or I wonder if it would have finished at all. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like there was a lot of stuff talked about that just hasn't gotten done. Like things in 2022 that was talked about that just haven't happened, and I wonder if they will because that was before Game of Thrones writer. No, yes, no world building. A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. Never caught will never keep your anarchy. Thank you for the hydration. Good afternoon. Executive producer. Interesting. Okay. Well, I've done my deep dive into what is this? Into George R.R. Martin and Game of Thrones. So A Dream of Spring? Like, yeah, when are these gonna come out? Companion books. He's actually written a lot of books. Oh, he made like a kid's book. When did this come out? 2007? What's a novella? A short novel or long Wait, I'm sorry. A short novel or long short story? What is a long short story? A novella is a work of narrative fiction that is shorter than a novel but longer than a short story. A long short story. I just feel like that is, what is it? When, contradictory? A long short story? BOY, BBNO $. Also, you know what came out today? HIM, the Genty M&M. The Dice of Destiny came out today, I think. Dice, hold on. Jesus Christ. I gotta wait until it's on sale, though. Dice of Destiny. There it is. Because the short story has a defined meaning. It's more... Okay. It's more... I know, but to say a long, short story does feel contradictory. Like, why use the word long? That feels weird. It's not like 100 pages long, but it's like not only 3 pages long. I don't know. It just seems weird. A long, short story. Also, okay. Look at this. It's so it's like Nicktoons, the Dice of Destiny. It came out today. It's like Enshrouded. It's like the game Enshrouded. I don't think this is at all like Enshrouded. I don't think this is at all like Enshrouded. Eventually, yeah. I gotta wait, though. It's too expensive for me. Yeah, $50. It's a big game. It's on sale a little, but it's not on sale enough for me. I gotta wait. I just think it's funny that it says it's like Enshrouded. Enshrouded is not at all like that. Oh, I love this game. It's so good. Oh, Enshrouded's on sale. Knows the same people liked both. Yeah, honestly, good game. Good game. I should play this more. It's a good game. It's a very, very good game. But I have to wait. I wouldn't want to play it without Zan. Those types of games I just don't really like playing by myself. I mean, I could just go collect stuff, but it's not that great. Not as great anyway. Close. This game about raising kittens is similar to Brutal Death Slayer Gore Blood Edition. Gore Blood Edition. Bum, 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 alive and let me see. Where is chat out of character? There you go. Got it. Yeah, I mean, it only knows what it knows, the information that it has, and the information that it has is that these two things are similar. So if you liked this, you might like that. I both like them. I found out I don't need to buy Doom Eternal because Sean already owns Doom Eternal. I wish you would tell... Does it tell you? Hold on, I'm going to check. Am I... Doom Eternal. It does tell me. It just doesn't tell me. So it does tell me if I own this game via in the Steam family library. So I don't have to spend $3. I don't have to spend $3 because we already owned it. Oh, thank you, Tulip, for the follow. Welcome in. Hello. Also, I ended up just talking. So we'll have to play Deponia on another day. The next stream is going to be on Friday, and it's going to have my Halloween debut. Finally, the Halloween model will get shown off. I'm very excited about it. Because it has been in the works for a while, and it's all ready to go. So it's not going to be like a huge debut or anything. Just going to show it to you guys. Yeah, I gotta... Well, no, you don't have to check the library at all. It tells you on the Steam page. Like, here. See? It says it. It'll say in a family, a member of your Steam family already owns it. You don't even have to check the Steam library. You just have to check the game. Check the game itself, and it'll tell you. It'll tell you. Which I actually really like. I don't think it used to do that. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Oh, it shows you how many people are, like, playing it? That's cool. Fantastico. Great graphics. Huh? What was that sound? I think it is new. I don't remember that being there before, but they also updated the Steam family stuff, so... Which I know is a big point of contention between some people. It didn't seem to change anything between Sean and I, but... I don't know. I don't know. Man, the whole month, there were only 8 days that I was not able to stream, which is pretty good, I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, only 7 days I wasn't able to stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23! Only 1 week. So, you know, three full weeks of streaming every day. That's quite a bit, I would say. I would say... Go, go. I gotta stop not putting my pen back. Yeah, I put in here that we were gonna play Deponia, but we will play Deponia on Friday. Yay! Or we'll play a horror game on Friday, and then we'll play Deponia on Monday. Which, by the way, the next movie night is going to be Iron Giant. We're gonna watch the Iron Giant on October 6th, I think. Yeah, October 6th. Iron Giant. Free movie night in the Discord. How do you get to the Discord? ! Discord. You know. Easy peasy. I'm going to... I'll clean that up in a minute. I gotta find where my other planner went, though. My other planner is missing. After stream today, I need to go and... make a video for this meet and greet that I'm doing in Melrose on next Sunday. I have to buy my tickets to Atlanta, Georgia, because I'm going to my friend's wedding, and I still haven't bought my tickets to fly there. Oh. So that's going to be something I have to do. Before. Wait. Mm. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Welcome in. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Before. Man, some people are already ready for Halloween. Some people have already started. Don't you worry. I appreciate that you come in. I appreciate that you stop by when you can. But don't you stress. Don't you stress. Copy. Okay. I think that is where we will go. Yes, we will go there. We will go there. Normally, I stream about 16 times in a month on Twitch, so let's see. 23. 23 minus 16. Oh! An additional week of streams. That's what this month was. An additional full week of streams. So, feels good. Feels nice, I think. Yo, thank you for the 500 biddies! Thank you! Here, let's watch let's find a video to watch or something. Cause we have 6 minutes. Thank you! Thank you for your support. Bum. So I'm gonna be honest, I think they're probably about similar because on days where I stream only 4 times a week, the streams are much longer. Because this was like 1 hour per day. Some of the streams were only an hour, which is fine. So I guess I could check next week, next after stream is done and it's like found out how many hours, because last month I streamed let me see. Usually in a month, an average month, I will stream anywhere from 60 to 90 hours. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It really depends on like what's happening that month. Yeah, my hours were all over the place in the past. It used to be anywhere from like 40 to like 100 and oh, that was a September event. Yeah, that was my last Subathing event, which happened 2 years ago. We had 178 hours of streaming. But this year, we're at 86 right now. I don't think it's counting this stream yet, so. Heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied. Illuminate the notes on your vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul imports, I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark. I want to watch these cookies. Cookies. Okay. Down on myself. Hope you're doing well. I've been honestly going through hell. Oh. look so poofy. They're Miffy? Muffy? I think they're Miffy. Yeah, Miffy. Isn't she from Denmark? Or Amsterdam? Glutinous rice flour. Miffy's Dutch? Cool. It's like a nasty paste. I'm sure they're gonna be good. But it looks like a paste. No, they're like cookies, I guess. And they look like Miffy. How do you give them the ears? I'm surprised they keep their shape surprisingly well. Yeah, wow. They really do keep their shape. They're like, it could be because... Oh. I thought they just straight up put normal Sharpie on these cookies. It was a food safe marker. Hi, Danny. Not her face, no! Oh, little Miffy. Oh, little Miffy's face. Oh, it's so simple. They're very cute. Hold on. Let me see what else. Is that butter? That's a lot of butter. They put this song on every single cooking video. Every Japanese cooking video, well, there's like a 98% chance that it will be this song. Wait, they cover it in salt? Or sorry, sugar? Oh! This is just cinnamon sugar toast! Man, do you guys ever make that? I've made that before. I used to make that when I was little. Yeah, it's like bread and you put butter on it and then you put a bunch of sugar. Mm-hmm. Kind of like French toast, but without the eggs. Summer thing is over! Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bow! Man, a whole mostly month of streams. Almost full month of streams. Thank you guys for being here and for supporting my model paid off, and it's a big help. So thank you for all of everyone who gave gifted subs or subbed yourself or gave a follow or gave a raid. It all helped to you know, keep the stream going. So thank you. So I am going to raid you guys off to someone. We will go back to normal stream starting Friday. Friday will be a debut of my Halloween model. Nope, no need to pause. We're done. The timer actually can go away. Get out of here, timer. Get out of here, timer. Remove. You're gone. No longer must I wait. No longer must I be only timered, you know? Let me see. Okay, let me find us a cool place to raid. If you guys enjoyed your time here, please join the Discord. It's awesome in there. And yeah, we are going to raid. We'll raid Cottontail if she's available, if she allows raids. Doop doop. We're gonna go to Cottontail, have a really good time. She's really, really nice. She's always been nice to me in person. Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet lady. So I hope to see her at TwitchCon. Anyways, bye. Thank you so much for coming. I love you guys a lot. Let us go back to normal streaming starting this Friday. So please stop by on Friday and have a good next 2 days. I'm sad I won't see you, but have a good time. Bye.